What's up, everybody? It's Kurt coming back at you with another edition of Poolside Cigar Reviews. This week is my 10th review, so I thought we should take a look at something big. And this week by big, I don't mean figurative. This is a big cigar. This is the Asylum 13. This is the Ogre is what they call it. It's a 7x70 with a Habano and Candela barber-pole. I don't know what's going on here with the tissue paper at the foot. I guess it's just supposed to catch your eye whenever you're at the humidor at your B&M. I mean, this is a big cigar. It's huge. I've never smoked anything larger than a 60, so I have no idea how long this is going to take to smoke. 7x70. I mean, usually if I smoke a Churchill that's 7x48, it might burn anywhere from an hour and a half to 2 hours. So I have no idea on this. Just to give you some scale, I brought out, this is just an Oliva, Connecticut Robusto. This is my preference. You know, generally when I smoke cigars, I smoke Robustos. This is a 5x50. So you compare that to the 7x70. I mean, this is a freaking hunk of tobacco. So we'll see what we get out of it. I'm not really sure what to expect. I'm not really a big ring gauge guy, but you know, I see them, they're popular, thought I should give it a try. So rather than trying to use a cutter, which won't work at all, well, actually, hang on here. That did kind of work. I was going to use a knife. That's way too stiff. I don't think I can get any more off. And that's a trick. It's a little tight. Interesting. But a clean cut, I mean, that should be good enough. The other tricky part is going to be lighting this. Asylum cigars are getting really popular as the big ring gauge craze just goes wild. And of course my torch lighter is just a single jet, so that makes lighting these huge cigars kind of a chore. This is where I wish I had a large natural flame, or maybe one of those Alec Bradley tea kettle looking lighters. Bunsen burner. Yeah, I bought this with a specific intent to review it, but I just had no idea when I was going to get to it, when I would have enough time. But today, my wife and daughter are out of town. So I'm by myself. I have some reading to catch up on. So I thought, why not smoke this enormous cigar, since I actually have time and should be relatively interruption free. It's so sunny I can't even tell if I got it lit all the way. Off the first light, fairly pleasant. This is a trick. I mean, I almost feel a little bit uncomfortable smoking this. I can definitely taste the Candela. It's got that grass and hay, but it does have a very pleasant tobacco core though. It actually tastes pretty good. Well, we'll see if this will burn well or not. Already I can see that that could be from the light, but it's a little wavy just to start. So it's got really kind of a double whammy as far as burn. It's a barber pole and it's a 70 ring gauge. That's got to be double tough to construct so it'll get an even burn. But honestly, I like it. I like the flavors anyway. Don't think I like the heft of this thing, and I definitely don't like the mouthfeel. But we'll keep on trucking. I'll let you know what I get. I have no idea how long this is going to burn for. But we could be here a while. So stick around, and I'll let you know what I get out of this. Take it easy. So I'm about half an hour in now. Oh, I don't know, 2 inches down. I haven't touched this up at all. The burn is uneven, but it's still burning everywhere, so I'm not going to touch it up until there's a piece that looks like it's stopped burning. It'll burn and catch up, and that's pretty common with barber poles. Although the funky burn doesn't seem to follow the seams, which is what usually happens on a barber pole. Flavor-wise, I am still enjoying this. It's just got, there's nothing spectacular about it, but it's a good balance of leather tobacco, and then the candela flavors of, some hay and grass. Normally I'm not a big fan of candela, but in the context with the Habano, it's actually really well balanced, and I'm enjoying this. Like I said, I'm just kind of reading a book in the meantime, and this is a pleasant book smoke. Because I don't have to think about it too much. It's very pleasant, but there's not a lot going on. The problem is, I'm really disappointed with the smoke production. The draw is a little stiff, but you really have to double or triple puff it to get some decent smoke out of it. But it's burning. Really, it's burning better than I expected as a 70 ring gauge, and I'm actually enjoying it so far. So I'll come back. I said I'm about half hour in, maybe 35 minutes now. So it's burning a little faster than I thought it would, but that's alright. I don't necessarily need to be outside for 3 hours. So. Anyway, I'll be back, let you know what else I get out of this. See you in a minute. So I'm an hour and 10 minutes deep. I've had to touch it up a few times. It's had no changes in flavor. It just bounces back and forth between a nice Habano and a nice Habano slash candela flavor. Pretty good. Again, no complaints. I have had to touch it up a few times. It's not warm to the touch. You can get right below the burn point, and it's not really hot. But if you put your hand around it like that, boy, it really throws heat. So I don't know if the cherry just sits higher on it or high up in the ash. I'm still having a little bit of a hard time with smoke production, so I still have to kind of double and triple puff it. But not a bad smoke, and I'll finish this out, let you know what we get. I am surprised at the burn time. I thought it would burn much more slowly than this. So right now we're probably looking at about an hour and 40 minutes. That's just a guess, hour 40. Anyway, I'll be right back, let you know what I get. Okay, so now I'm 2 hours and 10 minutes in, and I'm ready to put this down. It's starting to get a little warm. If I wanted to, I could probably get another 10 minutes out of this, but I've gotten pretty bored. The flavors didn't change much all the way through. Like I said, it bounced back and forth a little bit, but I think the last probably 40 minutes or so, maybe even the last hour, I didn't even notice the changes back and forth, and maybe a little bit of spice from the Habano and maybe the grass from the candela. It all just kind of got muddled into one general tobacco taste, and I think I'm also probably suffering from a little bit of palate fatigue. I'm not one that will go to the B&M and smoke 3 cigars in a row, so not something I'm looking for in a cigar. The flavors were decent. Again, I think I paid $7.50 for this. So really, for burn time, this is a bang-up deal. But you know, maybe if it burned better, I would have enjoyed it more. But I know for me, this just burned too long. It's a little awkward, so I won't be picking up another one. If you want to try it, it's not that expensive. Give it a whirl. I really enjoyed the flavor starting out. You know, especially the first 40 minutes, really liked it. Was kind of excited for the rest of it, but I was ready to put this thing down probably an hour ago, and I kept trucking for you guys so you could see what this came of. But for me, it just burned way too long, and just got a little bored. So anyway, I hope you got something out of this and that you enjoyed it. I know I enjoy spending time with you guys out here by the pool. Got some reading done, so at least there's that. So as always, I want to make sure that you have a great week. Make sure you keep your feet in the pool, a drink in your hand, and a cigar in your mouth. Have a great week, everybody.